History is said to repeat itself. That may be true, but we believe it also strikes back. Today, with us as its mouthpiece, it will strike you in the feels with its events and music. This is History Strikes Back, and the year is el año 1181, the year 1981.
Well
and
done.
I have decided to use the Gregorian calendar, 1981, because I
naturally,
for the benefit of you commoners, I would use the much more lofty Armenian calendar, but it's 1430, and to you that would mean a long time ago. And surprised you to know that even I am not around. Even I wasn't around then. So
but
enough
tar pits,
of that.
You,
tar pits, 1430. Yeah, I guess.
Maybe right around then.
Dino baby. Well, unlike Winging It, where we're actually winging it, this one calls for considerable preparation in reading this lengthy canned narrative.
But not on my part.
No, not on your part this time. No, it's going to be on the fly because we're going to get to the tunes in a bit. But some of you might have heard of 1981 at least. I was 20, so I remember it better than like most of the things that happened today. But what sort of year was it? Let's see. What kind of wacky hijinks was humanity getting up to in an attempt to deal with its depression that the 70s were over? They could have just completely denied it, like me, and I'm doing fine.
In.
But they must have gotten up to some crazy things to accommodate for that. So let's see what happens here.
All right.
It was funny. When I was writing this, instead of hijinks, the autocorrect suggested hijacks. And back in 1981, that was still a thing, kids.
It was, yes. So
you might want to Google that. You might have to Google that. Basically, just think of carjacking only with a plane. That's it's like carjacking with a plane. So if you carjack a car, there aren't a bunch of people with guns waiting necessarily when you get to the end. But when you hijack a plane, there is.
There is, yes.
All right, so we will hop, skip, and jump past the riots, the coup attempts, the stampedes, the fires, the floods, kidnappings, assassinations, earthquakes, and train wrecks, and they all happened.
Oh, my God.
except for the artistic kind, and get to the stuff that really matters, like what kind of year Jodie Foster was having at the time.
Probably pretty good at that time.
Actually, it turns out it was pretty cringy.
Oh, shit.
Why? You desperately squealed. Did she make a movie?
Wait, hang on.
What?
Why?
Why?
There I'm sorry, I missed
That's
my cue.
what we needed. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Because this is not pre-planned on her part, she had to improvise that.
Yes.
I mean, she had to basically take the cue that I didn't give. That's how intuitive she is.
Fuck you.
So did Jodie make a movie that bombed? Was she critically panned? No, but someone did shoot the President of the United States ostensibly on her behalf. So, embarrassing.
Yeah, pretty embarrassing.
I mean, I dig Jodie too.
Yeah.
But the dildo who shot President Reagan kind of ruined it for those of us who tried to win her heart with like murals in our own blood, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
What's amazing? The Gipper was still making jokes too after that.
Was that guy trying to silence her lamb?
I mean, such an innocent lamb, and she was silenced.
I don't understand.
I'd like to think I would be making jokes too after being shot, although cry like a little girl seems a little bit more likely, perhaps.
At least at first.
At least at first, yeah. Now, okay, what about some things that we always talk about, things that appeared for the first time? The DeLorean. That's right.
Oh, no, you didn't.
The gull-winged auto that would later take us back to the future appeared. And the founder also provided a valuable lesson to future car manufacturers. And she's already over there. She knows it's coming. I.e., if you need some capital to keep the company afloat, you might not want to obtain it by selling drugs.
Probably not. I'm just saying probably not a good call. Not the best
Back
one.
to the future. Right. All right. Well, first female Supreme Court Justice, Sandra Day O'Connor. Everybody remembers that. And
Yes.
the movie with Jill Clayburgh, I guess. They thought that was inspired by that. And there were a couple, unfortunately, some very bad and tragic and distinctly 80s firsts. Crack and AIDS began, both of them. I mean, yikes!
Talk about a buzzkill.
Terrible scourges, and it's the 80s. You think of them as starting in the 80s.
Horrible.
Also, paintball.
Another horrible thing to come out of the 80s.
That was a quantum leap forward for mankind right there. Hey, but really, did you ever play it? I have.
No, people wince. They have welts. People are in pain.
That's just it.
Bruises.
It's great fun, honestly. I played it. It's great fun as long as you never get shot. But
isn't that life? It's great fun as long as you don't get shot.
And you're playing a game where the idea, unlike life, other people are actually supposed to try to shoot you, so the odds go way up.
Way up.
Even over Chicago or anything.
And you're behind some plastic barricades or some blow-up barricades. I mean, it's not really going to secure you.
No, you're running around we were running around the woods.
Well, there you go.
It was fucking great. But like President Reagan, I joke about it. A month later when the bruises were gone, but I did joke about it.
Yes.
I'll joke about it now, 30 years later, or whatever it was. Now, here's something. Daylight savings time was introduced in the Soviet Union.
Oh, well,
so
that makes me hate the Soviet Union.
Trailing decades behind the rest of us in implementing a really lame idea,
Great.
Now, we might be rid of that soon, though. It's actually winding its way through the Congress
God,
right
I
now,
hope
the legislative process. Wouldn't that be great?
Let it be gone.
Here's hoping, But contrary to popular belief, it was not for farmers. Everybody tells you it was for farmers. It actually had to do with World War I.
I remember that.
Yes, World War I.
People get it wrong. World War I is why we started to do it. It made sense at the time, sort of, but not really.
Another tragic first. The first female prison officer was killed in the United States that ever happened before. It was Donna Pant at Greenhaven Correctional Facility. Now, I was an officer in the same state just a couple years later, and it was still very big news. I mean, it was a real big thing we were talking about. The killer's method of moving the body led to the use of clear garbage bags in state prisons instead of the black ones. Now, honestly, but why would they ever have considered using large opaque bags for people whose job it is to not trust?
Lots of questions.
Yeah, right? First, Space Shuttle Columbia, the first time a crew actually returned from space the same way they left. Usually they go up in this big-ass rocket and they come splashing down into the water.
Correct.
This time they just came down and landed. Now it's like you can hire somebody to take you up into space.
That's crazy town.
Yep. And prior to 1981... no one was saying it's on like Donkey Kong, or if they were, no one had any idea what they were talking about.
It's on like Donkey Kong. What?
What? Yeah. 82? Yeah, I get it. 81? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Because the human race was then introduced to the malevolent primate and the world's most famous plumber, a Mario.
Oh, yes.
However, he was originally called Jumpman.
Mario's better.
Mario is better, yeah. And a Luigi.
Yeah, I mean, that's nice.
They're better. I mean, I can kind of see John Leguizamo, but Bob Hoskins?
Yeah. I mean, really.
Yeah, I mean, he just screams Italian plumber.
He does, come on.
But he's a great actor, though. So.
Great actor.
Great actor. But I was typing that. Another thing, I accidentally typed Juman race, It's like Al Pacino's Scarface. I want my fucking Juman rights.
That's right.
Now. I want my fucking Juman rights now. And that's something I often just say to Christina regarding this brutal show schedule. I was just saying that tonight.
He's not lying.
I was just saying that tonight. We're sitting there at dinner, and I'm like, I want my fucking Juman rights now.
That's right. And I said, you have Juman rights. He says, no, I got to go do a show.
Do a show.
No, you didn't say that. But if you're in my extended family,
I gotta go do a show. That's good.
I gotta go do a show.
What a memory you've got. That's exactly
I know,
what
right?
I said.
That's what I thought. Pretty good likeness as well.
Yep. And a worldwide television audience of 750 million people watched a certain wedding. That of Lady Diana Spencer to Prince Charles, who incredibly is still not king. I mean, no, wait. I mean, don't get me wrong. Long live Her Majesty. But really, who would have thought? I mean, honestly.
Still waiting after all this time.
By the way, happy Platinum Jubilee, Mum. I'm sure she's one of our regular listeners in the UK.
Of course
we
she
want to
is.
wish you happy J Day.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so this is good. Soviet submarine S-363 runs aground outside a Swedish military base.
Great.
How did I miss that? That's beautiful. I might have heard that beautiful. At the time. Leading to a minor international incident. I'm sorry, but that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Excusing us, Sweetskis. We take a wrong turn. You're pleased to give us a little push, da? I mean, what the fuck are they going to say?
I think that's exactly what they sounded like.
I think that was a transcript.
I thought so, yes.
And Muhammad Sweetskis.
Oh, my God. We're going to so get in trouble.
Kate would probably laugh her ass off that. My friend in Russia, she'd probably laugh her ass off.
Well, all my relatives, when I said we got to go do a cho, they're probably all laughing,
that
too.
Was, yeah. And Muhammad Ali's last ever fight, 1981. The GOAT, maybe the GOAT.
Absolutely.
Finally, television viewers were treated to an unusual sight. All manner of musicians like The Police, Cyndi Lauper, Pat Benatar, and Billy Idol
Live Aid
were popping up in adverts on the telly, exhorting us with words like, call up your cable provider and tell them, I want my MTV. You weren't there, but I remembered quite well, actually.
I probably remember.
It was like, wow, this new MTV thing. And wow, there's Billy Idol. Yes, the first full-time music video channel premiered in New Jersey only, no less. With, you know what video? The Buggles. Video killed the radio star. Prophetic, that. And it was followed by, and this I did not know, it was followed by Pat Benatar's You Better Run.
Oh, okay. As
long
as it wasn't.
Yeah, as long as it wasn't Love is a Battlefield. That it would have gone off the air the next day.
I didn't even have to say anything. I just did the lame-ass dance.
All she had to do was shake her shoulders like, oh, yeah, fucking Love is a Battlefield, yeah.
Worst.
Good thing, because it would have closed the next day.
That's correct.
It's like some musical. Some musical that closes on second day.
Totally.
Although now, instead of music videos, you're just as likely to be subjected to shows like Ridiculousness, which consists of film clips of people doing stupid things and being hurt and humiliated, while some ditz cackles like a dolphin. Okay, that's.
But isn't that the whole premise of the what is it?
Jackass?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's Jackass Light.
On what used to be music television.
Yes.
Much more practical than gathering people in the Coliseum, I suppose. It's kind of a worldwide Coliseum. Of course, we'll be talking about the actual music of 1981 shortly. But first, since we're on the subject of television, what about it? Here's the first for you. Elvira's Movie Macabre, hosted by Cassandra Peterson, airs for the first time in Los Angeles.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw her last ever season at Knott's Scary Farm. Great fun. It's amazing. I still come across people online and in her feeds and everything who's never seen her as Cassandra. It's like she's way more beautiful than she is dolled up as Elvira, believe me. But first time, can you imagine? We talked about the wedding of Charles and Diana. Well, the second most viewed wedding ever also aired that year. And namely, Luke and Laura on General Hospital. You knew what was coming.
I knew it was coming. I've never seen it. I don't watch General Hospital, but who didn't know that?
I'm actually enough of a lame-o where I did watch General Hospital.
Oh, hey, but I watched Young and the Restless for a long time. So
yeah.
We all have our fucking thing.
And, we'll be coming to the nighttime stuff in a bit.
All right.
And following the departure of Chuck Woolery, Pat Sajak, 1981, became host on, say it with me, Wheel of Fortune. There you go. Joan Collins appeared on Dynasty for the first time, and I do have to mention there's a legit Batman tie there. She played the Siren on the iconic program. Never again would she be so honored, but I suppose appearing on Dynasty kept the lights on at least,
Oh, my God. Fucking runaway hit.
And sometimes I honestly believe, I read these listings of shows that I was around and I have no recollection of. I wonder if somebody is trolling the world via Wikipedia, because anybody can put shit up there.
That's true.
I mean, when you look at and you see listed the Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island.
Oh, they were.
They were? Really?
They were.
You got to, I had to wonder. How about
they were.
Laverne and Shirley in the Army?
Yeah, they were. But like how we got from one to the other, I will never remember, but I do remember them being there and thinking, all right.
I mean, the Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island. That's like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer.
Well, but they are Globetrotters, so.
That's true. And Gilligan's Island is on the globe.
Thank you.
Have you ever seen them, by the way?
What?
The Harlem Globetrotters?
No.
Oh, they're fucking amazing.
I'm sure they are.
I've seen them. It's a fantastic show.
Did they do that whistling fucking song the whole time?
Sweet Georgia Brown?
I want to stab my eyes out.
They have it played over the...
And deafen myself also.
Oh, but the stunts, my goodness.
Yes.
And among the new shows were The Fall Guy. Remember? Lee Majors, The Fall Guy. The Stuntman Bounty Hunter.
Show. Not into that.
Hill Street Blues. That started a whole new thing.
My mom's show.
And the golden age of the primetime soap, the aforementioned Dynasty, and Falcon Crest premiered. Dallas had already been on.
Yes.
I was only a half a loser and only watched Dynasty.
I didn't watch any of them.
And Dallas, so I guess I'm 2/3 of a loser.
2/3 of a loser.
No, I watched General Hospital, so I'm like, I might as well.
You're loser Maximus.
It rounds up to being. It rounds up to being complete loser.
It's kind of true.
It's kind of true. I mean, you watch, 5 out of 6, you're a loser. Let's split the difference.
Either
you're a
that or
loser.
you've had a lot of time on your hands. I'm not sure.
Continuing shows included Taxi, classic.
Classic.
I drove a taxi in New York City, and I swear, everybody who got in would be amazed, A, that I spoke English, and also would ask me if the dispatcher was like Louis. I mean, Danny DeVito had made that much of an impression on people.
Wow.
MASH also was on still.
Not my thing.
Mork and Mindy.
Oh, totally my thing. Nanu.
We had this discussion earlier.
We did. Nanu. Not today.
Happy Days. Oh, we had a discussion about Robin Williams. No.
That's American Bandstand.
That's American Bandstand. That was on, too.
You were coming with me on that. You should have seen,
because,
no.
because the Happy
1,
Days
2,
show
3
started...
o'clock,
Well,
4 o'clock,
yes.
rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Yep, that's it.
It started with Bill Haley and his
Yes.
comments. Rock Around the Clock, but then they had their own thing. Sunday, Monday, Happy Days.
Yes.
My God.
Here's the thing. I remember all of that. Whether it be on a rerun or not.
Reruns are wonderful, yes. I don't need no stinking reruns. I was there, man. I was a young Jewman, but I was there.
But you know what? I don't have to wait a long time between episodes because they're just going to keep showing them.
I'm telling you, I love to catch a show after it's done already.
Yeah,
it's
because
the
then you
best.
can just watch
I've
it
done
all.
that so many times. It's like, oh, I got to wait through the whole fucking summer for the next episode.
Yep.
Better Call Saul is the only show that ever happened to me with.
Oh.
Except for back in the day with stuff like Dynasty. I had to wait all summer to find out who shot JR.
Oh my God.
Well, soaps are on every day at least.
Yes,
daytime soaps. All right, and what else? Happy Days. Magnum P.I., which I've never seen, believe it or not. Never seen it. The shorts, those lame shorts.
The little shorts.
And Chips, I don't think I ever saw that either.
Oh, my God, my mom loved that show.
I'm telling you, a lot of moms love that show.
Well, Poncherello, come on.
I mean, we're talking...
Eric Estrada.
We're talking Eric Estrada here. What about Las Películas? Okay, Las Películas, the movies. Number 1 motion picture, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Ah.
Still making them. Believe it or not.
A little bit older.
A little long in the tooth, but he's still making them. On Golden Pond, for those of you who like classy pictures.
Peter Fonda.
Yeah. Peter Fonda?
Henry. Sorry. Damn it.
Henry Fonda, Katharine Hepburn.
It's a fucking Fonda, okay?
There's another Fonda.
Yes, it's true.
Jane's in there, too.
I'm fond of the Fondas.
Fond of the Fondas. Superman 2. Superman 2.
Yes.
Very, very fine picture.
Very fine.
Arthur.
Oh.
Dudley Moore, immortal role. Dudley Moore and Liza Minnelli. Fantastic.
Love,
John Gielgud.
Come on.
Great.
So
it's one of those things that's like Cheers. You would not think a movie about a guy who's drunk all the time would be funny.
It does not sound like a good movie. It's fucking brilliant.
But it's fantastic.
I love it.
Stripes. Remember Stripes?
Never saw it.
Bill Murray.
Yeah, I know what
Harold
it's
Ramis.
I mean, I love both of those
John
actors.
Candy.
I mean, come on. I love him, too.
Warren Oates. Oh, my goodness. Sergeant Hulka. Too much.
It was just something I never got around to.
Yeah, I know. And it's the kind of thing that sounds like it would be such a meathead thing that you wouldn't like it.
Sounds kind of terrible. Yeah, but everyone says it's great.
Like the number 6 film, The Cannonball Run. That's another one.
I'm out. Yeah.
I didn't think you'd be in for that.
I got nothing.
Chariots of Fire. A little Vangelis for you. Number 8 film starred my boy Roger Moore as James Bond. 007 For Your Eyes Only.
Oh, you mean For Your Eyes Only.
That's the chorus.
Yes.
I was singing the verse, thank you. Which is lower. So it doesn't sound like a different Sheena Easton.
It does sound like a little bit of a different
Well, I can't do Sheena Easton. Okay?
I can't either.
Especially not with a sore throat. I have to remember to let you flap your donut hole during dinner because if I sit there and yak, 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 you can yak, yak, yak all day and you're fine.
I don't have a donut hole. I have a pie hole.
Your pie hole needs to be talking during dinner.
Your
because
donut hole.
You can talk all day.
Talking.
Me, I'm such
your
a
voice
shy,
is so precious.
Retiring wallflower that if I go out and speak to somebody for 15 minutes, I can't do the show.
Your voice is precious.
It's precious.
It's very precious.
And I feel I might be squandering it.
On this show?
In conversation with you.
Oh, my fucking God. All right, folks, that's our show tonight. Thanks so much. That also marks the end of Birds of a Feather. Thank you so much for tuning in all these years.
We had a good run. Yeah.
We sure did, because fuck you.
Now, one more word about For Your Eyes Only, and then we'll see if maybe we can move on to something else. Notable because Ms. Sheena Easton physically appears in those cheesy, awful Bond credits designed by Morris Bender with the naked chicks floating around.
Yeah.
Sheena Easton actually appears in that, which has never happened with a Bond theme singer before. So, why they let her do that, I haven't the slightest idea.
Because she had a body for days and was
it was only her head.
Yeah, but still beautiful.
But still, yeah. But it must have been part of her deal.
Perfect.
Gotta hand it to her. Blondie, by the way, did a song called For Your Eyes Only, which really sounds kind of Bond-themey. And I guess they were maybe hoping it would be in the movie. I don't know. But,
Didn't work out.
Didn't work out. Four Seasons, I remember seeing it, but eons ago. It was one of those adulty rom-com things, you know. Time Bandits, I don't believe I've ever seen that. Shocking, scandalous. I think it's Terry Gilliam.
Oh, shit.
And we're fans of Brazil, are we not?
And Monty Python.
And Monty Python.
So yeah, we gotta remedy that.
I think it's Terry Gilliam. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, but who knows?
Other notables include...
If not, you should cut that.
I should. If not, as has happened many times before, if you hear us saying this, it's because it turned out it was by Terry Gilliam.
It was correct, yes.
All other notables include, about a half a dozen Sally Field movies.
Oh,
she was really big
God.
back then.
Who does not love Sally? Come on.
I adore Sally.
I love her.
Love Sally. She made a lot of stuff that year. Ghost Story, which is a great example of taking a ponderous book and turning it into a tight film like Jaws. It was. You never saw that one with Fred Astaire?
Nope.
And yeah, good spook
I
picture.
should have.
Halloween 2, and 41 years later, we're still making these damn things with the same star.
I'm out.
That's a long-running
It's a long
waste
run.
of time. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
First one, masterpiece of suspense. They should have dropped it right there.
Well, but it's been lucrative for the return.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, repeat offenders.
I'm telling you. Evil Dead, recognize.
Oh, yeah. All
Although
right.
Ash wasn't shit in the first movie, it started the ball rolling with a series and morphed into a television series and a live musical, which I'm very fond of, and dragged Punk in here to see Evil Dead the musical.
Fucking
and we
hilarious.
laughed our asses off the whole time.
Fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
Oh, my God.
If you ever get a chance to see Evil Dead the musical, that was the first movie, 1981. Mad Max 2,
Never saw it.
The Road Warrior.
Did you see it?
Oh, I have the series on DVD.
Oh, shit.
The whole thing.
Is it amazing?
It's brilliant.
Fuck.
Mel Gibson does the first three, including Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome with Tina Turner.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden along comes Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron, who did Mad Max Fury Road, which was nominated for a bunch of Oscars and shit. One of the best action pictures ever made.
Damn.
Yeah, great.
But you know what I
great
wanted
stuff.
to say to you? We don't need another hero. I love that
we don't,
fucking
Jim.
song.
We do not need another hero.
We don't. We're good.
And Christina.
Oh, shit.
Mommy Dearest.
Okay, that movie. If your name is in a movie like that, it's fucking terrifying.
I wonder how long Blue Oyster Cult sat around and deliberated. Should we have a song about Joan Crawford rising from the grave? Probably like 5-6 seconds at the most.
Probably, yeah.
And of course, throughout that song, you hear Christina.
Yeah, it's the creepiest fucking thing. Oh my God.
The postman always rings how many times?
At
Twice.
least twice, yeah.
With the amazing Jessica Lange.
I
and
love
that
her.
Jack guy who always plays himself, you know. You know the
He
one.
does.
You know the one.
No, I know the one.
He's always Jack Nicholson.
He's always. Quintessential.
Except I think in Mars Attacks, as much of a cheese fest as it was, he actually played somebody else, I think.
Hey, he was somebody else in A Few Good Men, too.
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth.
You can't. No, that's
No.
true. I can't handle that truth.
You
because you're
cannot
right.
handle that truth.
And something else that's criminally unknown and unrecognized, you need a bit of shock treatment.
Yes, you're jumping like a real live wire.
wire. Bruce is out there going, nah.
Oh God, Bruce is
going, nah.
Bruce is like just shaking his head.
I know
in
he doesn't
shame.
like rock and roll, but he doesn't like shock treatment either.
I don't know that I've forced him to watch that
I
all the
don't
way
think-
through. I don't think
the
I
way
could.
he feels about Rocky Horror, I don't think
I
he
don't
would
think
watch
so.
shock treatment.
I don't think so. I think
Well, my
he-
wonderful AOR
yeah.
station, WPDH in Poughkeepsie, New York, used to play the theme from Shock Treatment with the Richard O'Brien version, not the different cast members singing it like in the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. I shouldn't. There's no reason I should like something as ridiculous as
Yes,
Rocky
you
Horror
should.
and Shock Treatment, but I do.
No, it's the truth. You should.
True. I mean, sure, Evil Dead blows it away, but I mean,
No,
okay.
that's not true.
Let me see what else.
Apples and oranges.
Apples and
Mom.
Oranges. A movie called Blake Edwards' movie called S.O.B. It was a big buzz at the time, which not really remembered today much. It was kind of an insider joke movie about
idea.
Life in the motion pictures, a dark comedy about life in the motion picture industry. But it was notable at the time because Julie Andrews flashes the audience.
Oh my!
I mean, if there's one thing you don't ever think you're going to see in this life, it's Mary Poppins' tits. Okay, that
That's
just
true.
never crosses your
No,
mind.
It has literally never crossed my
I mean,
mind.
you think like, okay, there's something that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
If
never
somebody
gonna
were to say,
happen.
I'll give you $1 for everything you can think of that's never going to happen. That would be one.
That would be.
With.
I'd probably ask for a lot more
Probably
than
ask for
$1.
And so it was. And there's one called the Tragedy of a Ridiculous Man. You see, I was only 20 and they were already making movies about me.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're a legend.
Now that was an Italian movie. These foreign movies, I swear. And actually, elsewhere on the foreign film front, in Romania, there was a picture called The Oil, the Baby, and the Transylvanians. You know what? I don't think I want to know any more about that. I mean, that's enough
I'm
to know.
I'm checking out, yeah.
That's enough knowledge for me.
Yeah, I'm all set.
That's, as Spinal Tap would say, that's one of those things that's better left unsolved.
Yeah, not one of my jams, I don't think.
And allow me to head off your cries of indignation by getting at last to the music.
Oh,
okay?
Excellent.
Just in time. At the very, we're talking nick of time here.
All right. The professor is telling me to say that this is a good place to end part 1. He says it's best for persons he refers to as the folks.
So, if you are these folks he speaks about, join us next time for part 2.
This has been Birds of a Feather, History Strikes Back, on What the Flock Radio.